Right, hey guys, welcome back. So this is our first video in the ULS 201 series, and this video is just going to be a overview on how we're going to create a schedule for our class. So the first thing, you want to make sure that you are signed into your ULS account. And then from here, you're going to head over to your left-hand navigation. I'm going to come up here to the menu button. Under my account, I'm going to select schedule. And this is going to bring me to my schedule. So for your schedule, you have two options. You can either do a classroom schedule or you can create student-specific schedules. For the purposes of this video, we are just going to work on creating a classroom schedule. Okay, this would be a great tactic here if you might have students that exit for general ed classes, or maybe they go to different parts of the day that your homeroom class isn't always with, and then they can log on and kind of see where they're at in their day. If they need to pull some supports while they're in general ed, they have that option if you create them a schedule. So what we're going to do first is just add a classroom schedule, and this is just for our whole class. This is our wizard here, and so we just hit next here. So how we're going to do this schedule. So you have three options. You can do a weekly schedule, you can do a bi-weekly schedule, or you can do every so many days it'll repeat. Maybe you follow an A-day, B-day schedule. Maybe your electives are A, B, C, D, E days, and you want to put those in, and then it'll repeat every so many days. For the purposes of this, I'm just going to hit weekly. Continue. So this here is our schedule list. It pre-populates with these three subject areas. If there's something here that you guys don't cover, you can just hit the little trash can over here and it'll delete it for you. Over here on the left side is the subjects that ULS offers that you can drag into your schedule. So we're going to go ahead and drag science in. Let's do an AM core. Maybe that's like our morning meeting that we're working on. Right. You can add daily living if you need to add maybe some social stories around bathroom breaks or some positivity support, such as how to wash hands, different things along those lines. Okay, you have a lot of different things. And then there's also other items, so we can see even more options here. So there are different electives that you can plug in if that pertains to your class. We're going to go ahead and add PE. Okay. And then it also offers a custom button here. So if there's something that is offered in your schedule that you don't see over here, you can add it. So maybe for our middle school, high school, we don't call it recess. It's more of that healthy, active child. You could add AJC onto that. Maybe you guys are a transition group and you guys do a lot of community-based instruction, CBIs. You could add that in there. So the possibilities are pretty endless with that. All right. So the next option here is that you select which days you're actually working on that subject area. So maybe for science, I'm only hitting that on Tuesdays and Thursdays, so I'll uncheck the others. Maybe PE, we only have that on Wednesdays. So we'll take everything else away. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and add a history. I don't see that. Okay, so then maybe on the history day, it's a Monday, Wednesday, and a Friday for me. And something else that I think is really important on this section, you can drag them to different areas. For me personally, it's easier for me to put them in order as they happen in my day. So I'm going to hit my morning meeting first and work on that SEL instruction. I'm going to go ahead and do that. Maybe we're hitting daily living here after math. Oh, all right. All right. And we're going to science and that at the same time, those opposite days. And you'll see why I kind of did that on the next screen. So once you have everything added, you can just hit continue. All right, so this is where you're going to add those class times in. ULS will not let you overlap class times. So if you're trying to put 1 o'clock for 2 different subjects on the same day, they won't let you proceed. So for our AM core, our group meets from 8 o'clock AM to, let's say, 8:45 AM. Okay. So this button here allows me to apply to all. So it's a nice quick process if we're doing AM core every day at that time. Okay. So you can always add your times later. Maybe if you're working ahead of the game here and you don't quite know what your schedule is going to look like, you can just come back to the times later. No worries at all. So once you have those times in there, you'll hit next and it'll populate you to your next section. So once I've added my times and hit finish, it'll then create the schedule for you. So from here, you have some different options on what you can do with your schedule next. So you can set up your My Plan and start running your activities through that as a class or an individual. And you can also utilize the positivity component to maybe add visuals to the schedule or assign different strategies and how that can support the classroom. Okay. So from here, the schedule is added and you can see it's exactly what we selected. So if I wanted to go ahead and add a student schedule, what I would do is come up here to this little add button, and then I would pick the student who I'm going ahead with and go ahead and create. So this is just sample 22 student schedule and what it looks like for them. Next. Okay, so I can either base it on my schedule or I can create one from scratch. Okay, again, this is this kiddo schedule that's based on mine. So I'm gonna hit continue. And it already populates those times. So maybe my friend goes out for reading and his reading is a different time than ours. I can go ahead and change just this one to reflect what this friend's looks like. Okay. And finish. Okay. So again, it'll ask me the same questions if I want to go ahead and set up a plan for him. So again, you'll see his schedule here looking different than mine. Okay, so I hope this helps you. And the next couple of slides that will follow up here will really break it down and slow it down for you even more.